Good evening, good evening. How's it going, guys? Marco is up in here. Ground Fog, how's it going? Neil McKenzie, channel member. Always a pleasure to see you, my man. And Rob, how's it going? LC Buell, what's happening, man? How are you? Always a pleasure to see you, the man with the memes, LC Buell. Welcome to the chat. How's everybody doing? It's another Friday night, but hey, we are getting stupid close to Christmas, so 'tis the season, right? Chaos Theory, how you doing, man? You healing up good? Chaos got his eye surgery done this week, so sooner than later he's gonna realize just how ugly the world has gotten. I don't know, man. Depends on how you view it, but always a pleasure to see you, my man. Chaos, how you doing, brother? Um, yeah, we're gonna have talk to text something fierce on that one. Yeah. According to the doctor, the surgery went textbook. I can't read any comments right now, but I can make a few. Yeah. Oh yeah. You got the talk to text, so that definitely helps out. And man, I forgot to clean my knife again before the live. So someday I'll get this down. But yeah. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. And keep your head on a swivel because there's some anti-Christmas people out there that like to cause some trouble. I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about those people or not. But yeah. Hey, did anybody pay attention to any of that stuff going on? And apparently they reclassified the 420. Now it's Category 3, so it's not as big of a deal, which is awesome, I guess. Still not kosher here in the state of New Hampshire, but we'll see what happens with that. Um, yeah, they've already had stuff happen with the Christmas stuff over in Europe. You know, the group that were the religion of peace or some crap. I don't know. They lying all the time. It's hard to keep track of their lies. But yeah, they're back at it again. Irish John, what's happening, man? Channel member, longtime channel member. Irish John's been hanging out here for a while. How you doing, brother? Mylar Mick. Hey, I tried calling you back, man, and yeah, I think we're in a classic game of phone tag. But yeah, I'll definitely be in touch with you for sure. But yeah, and hey, I didn't get around to doing my live yesterday. I meant to do a birthday live, but I just didn't feel like dealing with the nonsense. So yeah, I just figured it was going to be a repeat of last year. People just stopping in to tell me I'm stepping on somebody's toes because it's hashtag be up day or something, and I just but had a great little birthday thing here with Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids. We sat down, had a nice little dinner. They had a few presents for me, and yeah, most of all we just hung out, kind of had a nice long social at the dinner table. So yeah, yeah, all went well. Besides the fact I just got older, and I'm still refusing it. My job, thank goodness, is full. Merry Christmas. It's refreshing. Yeah, that is. Oh, Rob, my birthday was yesterday, the 18th, which is just in time for combined birthday presents and getting birthday presents and Christmas wrapping paper, which is a hoot. Because they were out busy Christmas shopping and couldn't make it an aisle over to get the birthday wrapping paper. I'm not scarred for life from this or anything, but let's just say after Christmas, I go out and I get the clearance Christmas wrapping paper. I make sure I got fully stocked. And it doesn't matter when your birthday is. If I got my birthday present with Christmas wrapping paper, you can have your birthday in May or July or September. It doesn't matter. You're getting Christmas wrapping paper back at you. I even take the Christmas cards. It says Merry Christmas, and I'll cross out the Christmas and use a Sharpie so it says Merry Birthday. Have a very Merry Birthday to you too. Um, yeah, thanks, Chaos. I appreciate it, man. Oh yes, this lamp is, well, it's a legend long before, decades before we had it. But yeah, we had one of the lights go out. Mrs. Bushcraft went out to replace the lights, so we wouldn't have as much shadowing here on the channel. And that's what she came back with. So gotta appreciate her for that. She's awesome. And yeah, it's been an awesome conversation piece. And that's where it is. Yeah, Mike. Oh, Rob's you. So we have the same birthday. Did you get the combined presents or something as well? Yeah, that is just grand stuff. That it seems like the closer you are to Christmas, the more apt it is to happen. And everybody I've ever met that has a birthday around Christmas has suffered the same thing, which is just absolutely priceless. But hey, it makes for it makes for some great stories. So what's everybody carrying today? I carry the same old, but I guess you guys are kind of used to that. Yeah, my Spider Co Sage 5 CF. That's pretty as fuck. I like it. I think it's man. We're definitely keeping it around. Well, I think we're gonna keep it around through the holidays. I kept the box. No, not because I'm a piece of turd and I'm gonna return it after using it for a month. Because I'm gonna stow it away for next year's Christmas holidays, and we'll do a few other things as well. I know my family does separate gifts, but they tend to be really medium tier. No, I think I always got like quality gifts, and I'm always grateful for anything anybody gives me. Um, it's the damn wrapping paper that got me. Man, just like I didn't have time. But you were 2 aisles over. You were probably in the same aisle. You just got Christmas wrapping paper instead of birthday wrapping paper. Um, yeah, I think I've always gotten good gifts. Never complain about that. It's just what they come wrapped in, you know. Oh, okay, so you didn't have the time, so I just turn it right back around on them. Like I'll get a lot of clothes and like a decent pair of shoes for Xmas. Yeah, okay. So here's a big controversy. Yeah, Elsie. Die Hard is it's a Christmas movie for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody knows that, or at least but yeah, there's no women in here right now. At least the men know that. We know that. That's a great Christmas special. Um, yeah, good socks are a life changer. Groundfog, you're not lying, man. Good quality socks. I'm into, man, I hate to admit it, but man, those merino wool ones, it's a little hard to part with sometimes. Yeah, they're gotten expensive too, like 25, $30 for a pair of socks. But man, they last forever, high quality. Yeah, man. And if you can keep the foot funk away, when you're out in the woods doing stuff, man, yeah, totally. Quality socks is definitely a game changer. Um, yeah, oh yeah. Die Hard is 1%, 100%. I like the ridiculous ones. Like have you guys seen Bad Santa? Bad Santa 2, Harold and Kumar, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas or something like that. That's pretty funny as well. Yeah, Bruce Willis says Die Hard. But yeah, isn't he has like dementia now or something, or Alzheimer's? Yeah, you can't. Man, maybe 10 years ago, it starts off with a Christmas song and everything. It's a Christmas party. Um, yeah, 110%. I would totally say that. Yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas special. At least the first one. I don't know about the following ones, but yeah, good times are had by all. Has anybody watched A Christmas Story? There's even a sequel I gotta watch, but you need to watch Fat Man. It's a very action-packed movie, and Santa Claus says, "I think I've seen that one." Isn't it like John Cena or something like that? I think Mrs. Bushcraft duped me into watching that one. I'm pretty sure I have. There's some other like party Christmas specials that are controversially good. So what's everybody drinking tonight? I'm going to open a crack in a can and we're gonna roll with this. Christmas Story was my dad's favorite Christmas movie. It's a classic, man. If you're Gen X, I think it's classic, man. And I know times have changed and everything, but man, it is a time changing experience in a man's life when you get that first BB gun and your dad had to sneak it in or something like that. But yeah, that is an absolute game changer in the world. Like that is just you feel like He-Man. You just like stand there holding up your BB gun like I have the power. It is definitely some good stuff. Oh, the ref is my controversial phrase. I don't think I've seen the ref. So it just came out. It has the guy who played by Braveheart. Oh, Mel Gibson. Yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, maybe I haven't seen that one yet. I got to see that. Mel Gibson makes some great action movies. Um, Chaos Theory is drinking a grape Nuka Cola. I got the Fallout 12 pack at Costco. Man, I wanted to get that, but damn, there's no Costco around here for quite a long ways. Um, yeah, in fact, the second season to Fallout is out. Like I don't know if you've seen the first series, but the second season is out. I guess this one, the first one they put it all out at once, so you could just binge load the entire season, which I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, they came out with the second season, and now they're doing that one week at a time. So I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait until they let all of them out, and then I'll go watch all of them or something. Yeah, that is some pretty good stuff, though. So yeah, not too much going on around here. Just kind of like I know Mrs. Bushcraft has been busy with the work, and then yeah, she's back to work and all that good stuff. So she's been busy with that. Um, all right, dinner time with the wife. Got a bus. All right, hey Rob, we'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. We definitely appreciate you being here. And yeah, enjoy dinner. What did everybody have for dinner? I didn't even get around to dinner yet. That's the kind of couple of days I've been having. All is good. Just yeah, a little sleep deprivation going on, and yeah, just life in general. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can get my hands on one of those Fallout 12 packs. So it's pretty cool. I'm not sure. I'd have to order it online or something. And I heard they're scalping those things. That's actually how I heard about it. People are buying them all up. Like, oh, you can get $60 or something for those on the internet. I don't know. I'm definitely not big into overpaying for stuff though. No matter how cool it is. Oh, so it's gonna be a yeah. I have about a week before I can watch the new Fallout. Fish, tater tots, corn on the cob, cherry pie. That sounds good. What kind of fish? Something like delicious, like salmon or something, or some mahi mahi. What could possibly go wrong? Well, we started off good. So much planned for Christmas. I think we're doing it here. We're just gonna have some of the other kids and family members stop by the house. Oh, beer battered Atlantic cod. Yeah, okay, that sounds just as good. I think anything beer battered, even beer battered onion rings. Man, it's an easy thing to make too. I've made it a few times. Um, and good times were had by all. Yeah, so I guess they're finally catching up on all that Minnesota stuff. I think the new number is somewhere around like $9.2 billion or one point something, $1.3 billion a year since 2017. Um, the thing I can't figure out is they keep busting these high position people committing fraud and all this other stuff, but none of them ever end up in jail. But if we forget to pay a $20 parking ticket, they put a bench warrant out for you. Tell me we're not living in a two-tier system. Kind of sick of watching it, to be honest. Same thing. Yeah, why's Ilhan Omar still in the country? I don't get it. Yeah, once again, if we do the smallest little infraction, then yeah, they want to take everything away from you and lock you up. But these people can defraud the U.S. taxpayers by billions of dollars, and they just go back to their mansions and laugh at us. Yeah, definitely a two-tier system, and the oligarchs are running stuff. But yeah, what else could possibly go wrong? So yeah, on a channel note, I'm officially. I think we're at 12,000 views away from 1 million now. So we did pretty good. We got somewheres around like 34,000 views in the past 3 weeks or so. Um, yeah, which is pretty good. So hey, we should hit 1 million views by the new year. Fingers crossed, and hopefully the algorithm favors us a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we'll hit that 1 million views sooner than later. That would be awesome. And then yeah, we got a lot coming up for the spring. Still got a few things I've got to get done in order to be able to pull that off. But hey, we got plenty of time, but maybe not plenty of time, but enough time. Hopefully, we'll be ahead of schedule this time instead of behind schedule. And yeah, so next season will be actually getting some bushcraft stuff done, having some fun, getting outdoors. Yeah, gonna do the best we can with what we have. Can't complain about that. So yeah, has anybody seen anything on any of that stuff? I know there's a lot of talk about it, but who knows? I don't know. I guess yeah, I don't know. It's exhausting. I think maybe I just got to stick back to knives and stuff like that. But oh yeah, they're back to deleting comments, man. And the messed up part is ground fog is you have a moderator wrench, so you should be able to post anything. But I guess not. I don't know. The algorithm works in mysterious ways, or YouTube censorship does, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, ground fog. That sucks. That's definitely on their end, not on my end. I mean, they delete views even. Um. Oh, extra cheesy broccoli. How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Can't complain too much. How about yourself? How is dude? It's got to be cold up there now. Yeah, it's just been it actually warmed up a little bit here in New Hampshire. Kane Miranda EDC, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Always a pleasure to see you. We're yeah, I think we're just oh, I think I hit brain lock due to the holidays. I've just had a lot going on, a lot of things. You guys know how it is. Man, people get so angry when they lose at Call of Duty. They do, man. Yeah, I don't understand that the video game anger. I've known a few people like that. They probably could have bought a nicer vehicle had they not destroyed all those controllers and replaced them. Yeah, I can't talk about third world trash apparently. No, no, ground fog. They've been walloping my channel for that too. I've noticed that the second you bring up certain subject matters, yeah, they definitely they shadow ban you for a while. Um, oh, you got a flash freeze going on up there? That sucks. That is I'm gonna do my best to combat the cold weather for next year. As soon as spring hits, I'm gonna plant as many palm trees as I can, Because I've noticed wherever I go and there's palm trees, there's no snow. It never gets that cold. So I'm hoping I can plant enough palm trees here in New Hampshire to thwart the cold. Yeah, they don't care. Prepare accordingly. Um, I don't know, extra cheesy. I think it would work anywhere because it's everywhere I've ever been that has palm trees. Never gets cold. So I think that's the cue. Is yeah, plant as many palm trees as you can. Fight this global freezing that's going on. We don't want an ice age, another ice age, to come along and wipe everything out. That would be horrible, wouldn't it? Um, I'm playing it now, and it would just one. It'll be like, you're cheating because I was swimming in the water. I'll see what I can do about sending you some palm tree seeds. Yeah, no kidding. This is karma though. I deserve this cold, nasty ass weather. Because I grew up in this cold, nasty ass weather, and then I discovered the palm tree lands, and whenever some of my friends would, they'd send me a little message or give me a call. Hey, how's it going? We just had our first snowstorm of the year or something up there in New Hampshire. So I would send them some random pictures of some palm trees or something, maybe some parachutes in the background or whatever. But yeah, whenever somebody would send me a message, oh, we just got a horrible snowstorm, and I'd be like, oh, well, here's some palm trees to brighten your day. So yeah, this is karma telling me like that's what you get for that. Wow, I was gonna mention something about goats and bacon, but never mind. No, I agree with you, LC. Yeah, I probably yeah, it's not. It's all my fault because I was the one cracking jokes. Ilhan Omar, the whole Somalians, like 49% of Somalians are involved in incest. So like the yeah, Somalia's motto should be like, incest is the best. Put your sister to the test or something, or like they turned it into a game or something. Incest. It's a game the whole family can play. Yeah, cracking jokes like that about Ilhan Omar. However true it may be, however factual, it's now factual. Yeah, it's been. Oh, they got a hold of the marriage certificate and everything like that. I guess if marrying your brother is a kosher thing, I don't know. I don't think it is. But yeah, yeah, and then the Dearborn, Michigan thing. Yeah, the New York City stuff. It's also it's huge in Texas. Apparently, the Islamic peoples they want to make Texas their new like central hub, their main operating point, and that's why they started building that epic city. Somehow they're getting away with it, not doing building permits and all this other stuff. But on a plus side, I guess Trump just did an executive order or something saying that yeah, we're no longer taking any third world imports because yeah, if you invite too many of them at once, yeah, they just congregate to get together and turn whatever area into the third world that they just left. Um, like I think anybody coming out of India should have to take a mandatory class. Like hey, don't throw your shit on the ground. Like this isn't India. Like yeah, so there's all that stuff going on. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, there's got to be some like reason behind it, but oh yeah, yeah, we're not allowed to talk about yeah, and I keep saying that too. Yeah, immigration without assimilation is that's an invasion. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. So, but YouTube, I guess I don't know. I'm just in the mood to say the things I shouldn't say, and I'm gonna wash it down with a cold beer and some bacon. Um, oh, and then there was the whole Allen snack bar thing we were talking about for like an hour one night. We're gonna do Allen snack bar, and yeah, we're gonna serve up pulled pork sandwiches, pork chops and applesauce, pork ribs, and yeah, all the pulled pork sandwiches are gonna come with a special seasoned side of pork rinds, and we're gonna get one of those punch cards, for buying sandwiches. Yeah, pulled pork sandwiches, exactly, man. I love those. I make it all the time. Um, but like we're gonna have a punch card, and then if you like you get 5 punches in the punch card, we're gonna have a little petting zoo, little canine petting zoo. You can come over, pet the dogs. Maybe we'll divide it into two, so everybody can be happy. You can pet the dogs or pet the pigs or something like that. We'll hire some local kids to do a skit on Charlotte's Web. Um, oh yeah, hey Gavin, these are Phobos knives, which is what our Fridays have been now for over a year. Well, I'm very excited about that. But yeah, these are this is the Calcula by Phobos knives. Phobos stands for for operators by operators. It's owned and operated by a disabled veteran, Eric Hansen. He's a 22-year veteran of the U.S. Army. He served as an 18 Delta Special Forces medic. He has a lot of other extensive outdoor experience, and all of that goes into his knife designs and everything. Yeah, chopped barbecue sandwiches. Exactly, Neil. You know what I'm talking about. I think it's ridiculous to men in Florida were arrested for harassing Muslims at prayer with bacon. Oh yeah, yeah. It's man, we're living in a two-tier world. Like the powers that be accept the nonsense and everything like that, and any logical or retaliation is no, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a Nazi, you're an Islamophobe, it's anti-Semitic, you're transphobic, you're homophobic, whatever. I don't think any of those words really have any meaning anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is we'll pull some of these out. We'll do some knife stuff. Yeah, this is the Tier One BC and Magna Cut PVD coated. Red G10 liners with double black micarta scales. It's got the bow drill divot there for you, as well as on the back of the blade here. This is a ferrocium rod notch. So yeah, it turns your knife into a flamethrower there. um, oh, I miss that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the haters and it, man. And then I guess it goes back to that old saying: you can't fix stupid. And there's just some people that just don't get it, and they usually come with Kool-Aid colored hair and a septum ring and whole hell of a lot of confusion. But yeah, they don't get supply and demand and how increasing the country's population by 10 to 20% of foreign people have no interest in or no good interest in the country whatsoever. Yeah, just yeah, it's not working out well. Like not all cultures are compatible. And I'll be the first one to say that Islam's not compatible with the Western world. No, I'm not the first one to say it. I'm probably one of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, to say it. But the powers that be don't seem to want to listen to that. But oh, the cat sleeping, man. Elsie, don't get me going on that because you could get the upper hand if the cat's sleeping. That yeah, McNick. Gavin, I don't really like any of the politicians. I don't I think that I'm just at a point I don't like any of the politicians. Um they're all corrupt. They here watch this while we do this behind your back. Um yeah, I'm not a fan of any politician. I don't think I ever have been. Um I think the problem is most of the politicians are there to serve themselves. They're not there to serve the public, which is, what they really should be doing. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, oh, Elsie, man, that cat, that little bastard. Yeah, remember Mrs. Bushcraft was out of work for like 3 weeks. The first week she went to back to work, that cat was like intolerable insufferable. It just it's like, come on, man. Oh, hey, thanks for subscribing, man. We definitely appreciate it. We are I've been building this channel for a while now. We're working towards some bushcraft, some outdoorsy stuff. Things are changing though. We did I was fortunate enough I met somebody who has 600 acres over in Maine. So we can go and do some legit bushcrafting stuff this spring. So yeah, come this spring we're gonna start. It's gonna become a weekly thing. We're gonna get a lot more done. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And I need it to. I've already, man. It's not even Christmas yet, and I've got the winter cabin fever thing going on. I'm not a big fan of the outdoors. I mean, no, not a big fan of the indoors. See how it messes with your head after a while? It starts to make you think. You got to unplug. You got to get back to nature. You got to do those things in life. Yeah, it's just, man, I think people are missing out so much, but they've made it so impossible. I know they've taken a lot of the dispersed camping. Some places call it wild camping, dispersed camping. A lot of places have gotten rid of that entirely. And geez, even a campsite now, like to some place to set up your tent 5 feet from other people to set up a tent. I mean that costs what a hotel room used to cost. Okay, don't pull The Shining. I was thinking more like Pet Cemetery, with the cat. I'm currently in the state of New Hampshire, but I've traveled quite a bit, most of the United States, predominantly the United States, actually, even. But yeah, I live in central New Hampshire right now, and it's getting tough here. Bushcraft has that four wall sickness. I do, man. Just it gets to you. Like I can tolerate it, but man, I'm used to being outdoors. Like yeah, when your office is 14,000 feet up, yeah, you definitely get used to being outdoors. I just got my calcula yesterday, camo and red liner vert. Oh, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I've seen that one. Did you get the PVD finish or the stonewash? Oh, I would totally be up for hunting some elk in Utah. Yeah, I would be all about that. Yeah, we just have way too much stupid in New Hampshire now to hunt. The only way I would really hunt New Hampshire now is like private property or family property or something. Um, Anonymous F-150 sent 100. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love it too. I like both, man. I got a lot into the PVD or DLC coatings because of being in Florida and the like being coastal cities, stuff like that a lot. Yeah, the additional corrosion resistance is worth it to me. Like I definitely appreciate that. Um, but yeah, as far as like aesthetics, like yeah, I like a stonewashed or a polished blade over uh a finish. But man, I like the finishes. Not man, I can't stand I hate. Right, listen to me spreading the hate. Not a big fan of like just straight up paint or powder coat. It doesn't stick around and do its job. It just chips off and wears off so quickly. And I've gone through a couple of knives like that where that used to be the norm. But yeah, I definitely like PVD, DLC. Cerakote's also cool. Definitely worth getting into that stuff if you're in that kind of climate or you like lower maintenance on your gear. Um, I kind of want to make it nice knife on 14. Yeah, I wonder. Well, Gavin, you sure you should be even be on here? It's starting to. Yeah, I'm saving up for that Case Winkler Hero Edition knife. It's gonna take me a minute. Yeah, but that's the best, Mick. The ones you save for, the ones and then you find out is the juice worth the squeeze. My buddy's learning how to do Duracoat right now, which is kind of like a Cerakote. He's gonna, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Duracoat I haven't looked too much into, but I hear that's like in the same category. It has a lot of similarities with Cerakote. But yeah, I have found that the PVD and DLC last a lot longer. I've got the DLC coating on my Spartan blades, and it's remarkable how well that stuff holds up. Tony Gilbert, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How was your Friday evening going? Yeah, we're chilling back with a monster drink and a social, getting ready for the happy holidays, and we're gonna Merry Christmas it up. And if we offend you with Merry Christmas, and you're probably in the wrong spot. Um, oh yeah, yeah, Team Deer, yeah, it is great, man. We're loving it. It is. It's been quite the social piece, and yeah, got to thank the missus for picking that one up. Definitely an awesome one. But yeah, we got a little bit bigger than BB guns nowadays. I think back when that show came out, in fact, I think I already had BB guns, which was cool. Squat shot, what's happening, Leon? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. I think everybody should get a new pew pew for Christmas. Tis the season, right? Oh, that's how the future's looking. Yeah, everybody should get a pew pew. Not just the BB types either. This is an adult, 18 years old, to stream with adult subjects and content disclaimer. Yeah, thank you, Groundfog. It's definitely true. Yeah, yeah. I don't understand how other people get it. Um, because it's set up that way. Like YouTube asked me, and it's like, yeah, it's for adults, 18 and over, not made for children. But so yeah, I'm kind of wondering how that goes. Really want a Springfield M1A, one of the Scout versions. Yeah, I've seen those, man, and the modern renditions of those, of the new M1As. Yeah, some of those are just like they're gorgeous, man. Highly functional. If it ever gets above freezing, I'll cast some round ball for the muzzle loader. Yeah, it's yeah, if it gets above freezing. Yeah, it was above freezing today. It was like 40 degrees today. And yeah, I don't think anybody knew what to do with it. But yeah, we probably won't see too many more of those days until, yeah, geez, the end of March, April. Yeah, M1 Scout. Only Scout I know is the M6 Scout. Yeah. Can't hunt with any non straight wall cartridges here, though. Justin Ronan, what's happening, my man? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing this lovely Friday? Another day in paradise, right? It is good to see you, my man. Yeah, and I meant to do that birthday live, but I forgot because well, I didn't just forget. I got sidetracked with the family. Then by the time it kind of rolled around to that, I was like, well, it's kind of late. Most people are getting up for work. I don't know. They're not even guns in my state. Where you can hunt with a muzzleloader in your state. No, no, you can hunt with a muzzleloader in my state in New Hampshire. In fact, I think it has an extended season, kind of like archery. Definitely good stuff. Yeah, muzzleloader is fine here. Just any bottlenecked cartridge we can't use. I'd imagine the land of the live free or die would be cool. But I think they got to get back to that land of the live free or die because they are so far from it now. Everything's regulated. Um, Man, yeah, I think too many blue-minded people have been doing stuff in New Hampshire for a whole bunch of years. It was a culture shock for me. I was gone. I was out of the state for like 20 years. and it was something out of a bad movie. I came back and I'm like, whoa, what happened? Um, but yeah, New Hampshire's definitely it's overregulated. Um, it's one of the only states that hasn't jumped on the 420 bandwagon, if you we can call it that. Um, yeah, for some reason, New Hampshire just doesn't want to seem to give in. Yeah, that's what's left. It's an antique firearm. Yeah, I mean they're still firearms though. They're still dangerous. You could still mess up somebody's day with it. But yeah, I'm I never got much into muzzle loaders or flintlocks or anything like that. Um, One of the guys in my group had multiple boom threats in his town. One being the daycare the kiddos are at. Not good. Yeah, hey man, and they're the threat is real now. You know, it's not it's not just 100% speculation or guess anymore. Like they're really running around just yeah shooting people. It's yeah. I'm not even sure what to say. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say. I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss with YouTube. But yeah, it's definitely not a good thing going on. The and they're saying the quiet part out loud. That's the whole thing. You can go on multiple platforms on social media, and you can find Muslims telling what their intentions are. And it's not just a select few. The fact that they're now audacious enough to just say it publicly, knowing that there's not going to be, nothing's going to happen to them. It's sickening. It really is. Yeah, crazy world, but some folks still make brass. I saw a company in Texas makes hulls for 2 gauge, I believe it or not. Oh, I'm sure. There used to be a place right in Manchester, New Hampshire, Ken's Ammo and Reloading, and he'd make ammo for anything as long as you were willing to pay for it. Because I had an old off 32 caliber that you couldn't buy anything more. It was a German made Stabler, and it was really interesting because normally, like the vast majority of like pistols like that, the slide rod is on the bottom and the barrel's on the top. But this one, it was reversed. The slide rod was on the top and the barrel was on the bottom, and it was some off 32 caliber. It was made. Oh, I can't remember exactly. I think it was 1917, 1918, or something like that. And then, but it wasn't used until World War II. And probably the most expensive box of ammo I ever bought in my entire life. Yeah, I think we should still be able to run the woolly mammoth off the cliffs with spears. Yeah, that's yeah, running woolly mammoths off cliffs with spears. I'm not sure. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. As long as it doesn't get too pissed at you, right? So, yeah. Does anybody have anything exciting planned for this weekend? Any hiking, biking, cycling, ice climbing, ice fishing, hunting, tooling around town? Yeah, I have a 25 rim. It was my Gramps. I've been looking for ammo for it for years. Ain't found any in years. I found a box once. Yeah, find your local yeah, your local reloading shop, man. They'll hook you up. I know they're not as common as they used to be, but they're still out there. So Leon, you've been getting any practice in with the slingy thingies? I haven't gotten out in a couple weeks now. It's time for the winter. Zombies and woolly mammoths cardio. Yeah. Rule number one, ground fog cardio. The first ones to go were the fatties. Um, Justin, you reload your own stuff? Hoping to relax all week. Is that a good enough plan? Man, that's a solid plan. Sometimes you need a little R&R. You just need to break up the monotony of things. Yeah, sometimes it's just good to be like, hell no, no responsibility this week. You got to recharge the batteries. You got to decompress. Otherwise, you end up going batshit crazy. Um, Tony Gilbert, I'm bringing home an Xmas goose. Man, I think we might have to do a pig roast this Christmas or something. We're definitely having a ham, that's for sure. Who's having a ham this Christmas? For it's a very merry Christmas with a ham. Yeah, gotta love our pork products. I think I do know more now than I ever have. Last week, I don't know why. Last week I actually busted out the bacon during the live. We planned on yeah, we planned on doing the breakfast for dinner, which is always a solid plan. Yeah, we had eggs and toast and some bacon and some pork sausage and some hash browns. And man, it was delicious. But I don't know why. For some reason, I'm enjoying like the pork products more so than prior to. In fact, I got to tell Mrs. Bushcraft next time we're having a movie night, like load up on the pork rinds. I'm feeling it. Um. Oh, nice, nice. You had a ham this week doing a roast for Christmas. Sweet. We were thinking about doing Chinese food, and I'm like, oh, if we do, I'm definitely getting the pork ribs and some pork rolls and stuff. Yeah, yeah, Tony, that works a lot. The Coca-Cola thing is no joke. I thought people were kind of like that's another one of those TikTok trends or something like that. But no, that's a legit thing. I've been doing that, gosh, at least over a decade or something. Yeah, I thought it was some internet trend until I really tried it. In fact, it's also good for pulled pork. Yeah, put some Coke in the bottom of the pan there. I normally make yeah. I just read that one. Last year I went to Texas. We had wild hog last year. Yeah, how's the wild hog? I haven't had wild hog. Got to get out to that at some point, but I'm wondering. Oh yeah, they're definitely listening to everything. We got like a huge delay. No, it's not a joke. My grandpa always makes it. I learned it from him. Oh no, no, I know it's legit. I've done it more times than I care to count. I've even marinated some steaks in Coke. It breaks it down real nice. But yeah, I've done pulled pork in the Coke. I've done it with some ribs and stuff. By the way, did those leather sheaths come with your Phobos knives? Mine came with Kydex. Would rather the leather. The Tier One Mini and the Tier One Mini come with leather. The Calcula, the Tier One BC, and the Alaris come with Kydex. There are leather options for those as well. Yeah, you can definitely if you look on the website. I know it says under construction, but yeah, you can get the leather these leather sheaths. Like I said, the Tier One Mini comes with it. The Tier One BC was an upgrade, and I know the Calcula and the Alaris. There's upgrades for those as well. Yeah, I enjoy the leather. I think they both have their pros and their cons. Without a doubt, they both absolutely have their pros and their cons. Leather's way higher maintenance than Kydex is. Kydex is just kind of like rinse and repeat. But yeah, leather is much more aesthetically appealing than Kydex and less likely to wear on the finish and stuff. Bando Picks, what's happening, my man? Welcome to the chat. How you doing this evening? Another day in paradise. Yeah, Bando, he does his lives Thursdays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. If you guys get a chance on Thursday or Saturday, check him out. Other than that, I think he does some random ones here and there. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Bando Picks, or if you don't know him yet, check him out. He's retired from the Jarhead clan. He's a Marine. He gets into like all kinds of kit. Yeah, different things, kit, some comms gear, stuff like that. Yeah, you got to take care of that leather. It will crack like nobody's business. Yeah, in fact, I've got that problem with my bicycle saddle, my bicycle seat. I've got like a gorgeous Cell Italia Flight Titanium, nice Italian leather saddle I had on my bike for years. But yeah, I haven't ridden it much. It's been indoors, and yeah, the leather cracked on it and stuff. So yeah, that's the only downside I see with leather is it is maintenance. Um, which is not that big of a deal. Just get yourself some wicked wax and do it up. Um, works like a charm. Yeah, just voluntarily repossessed my truck today, feeling way down. Well, look on the bright side, man. Um, yeah, at least you don't have those ridiculous payments. I'm sure they were high, and hey, it's a good reason to get some exercise in. But yeah, sorry to hear that, man. But hey, it's not the end of the world. Hey, you're still in the game. That's the part that matters. Oh no, not that Italian leather, the thin crap Hada found. Oh, bro, that sucks. But at least you got no payments. Yeah, what they're doing now with those man, like trucks have doubled in the cost. Like it's crazy. Like it used to be like a 3 to 5 year automotive loan. Then they kind of like bumped it up for the pricier stuff to maybe 6 years or something. But now they're talking about 15-year vehicle. I mean, think about it. Like a good quality pickup truck costs what a house used to cost like 4 years ago, and now like the cost of a house is just insane. Yeah, I always buy hoop tees, man. Plus, no computer shit to go bad. Yeah, yeah, and they make them all. They're disposable now. Like you can't even fix the things yourself. It is. I find it ridiculous. Like, yeah, and then you got all these people fighting for a right to repair act and everything. I think if you own it, you ought to be able to fix it. Yeah, you might void out warranties, but hey, maybe you won't get ripped off buying that warranty if you plan to fix it. I don't know. It seems like everything's a scam nowadays. Like insurance, any type of insurance is just a scam nowadays. Um, yeah, buying anything like of any value, it's all like predatory loans. Even the education system now is predominantly a scam. Um, yeah, yeah, it's not, but that's the whole thing, Bando. It's not just Chevy; it's every one of them. It's Chevy. It's Ford's supposed to be the worst one on the road right now, from what I've seen. But yeah, even Toyota, Nissan, yeah, they're all just making just junk. It's nearly impossible to fix. I think a huge part of it is it's like an insurance scam because the vehicles that get totaled here that are too expensive to fix, they sell them to other countries where they can somehow manage to afford to fix them. So no, they just want to keep everybody like we're all like wage slaves. Yeah, we're all just here to like grind the system and everything has to have interest. And where does the interest go to? Yeah, 100% a scam. A 100,000 harvester he couldn't fix its bullshit. Yeah, yeah, that's the biggest scam ever. I'm glad to deal with that shit with yeah, yeah, John Deere. Good old American classic. There, they're leading the way in scamming people with outrageously priced parts, and if you touch it yourself, then you void all your warranties. So rather than throwing out a $20 part and fixing it in an hour or two, oh no, it's you got to go through all this other crap. Yeah, yeah, John Deere's doing it. Not just to the farming equipment and stuff, but yeah, the same thing in the trucking industry. Like the professional truckers are dealing with that stuff. Yeah, he jerry rigged it. It works now. Yeah, $100,000 harvester. Yeah, Hey man, sometimes you got to jerry rig it, man. A little redneck engineering goes a long ways. In fact, I think more often than not, I would trust the redneck engineering over the actual companies. Yeah, it's cheaper to get a plane ticket and ticket to Tokyo Disney than it is to go to Florida. From where, Bando? Man, plane tickets to Florida. You used to buy them like short of like Christmas week or something. At least from the Northeast, man, it was like $100. Like you can get $89 round trip from Logan to Tampa or something, Orlando, back to Logan, and they've even got the little hop over to Manchester, New Hampshire. Um, yeah, the new stuff for decades has tracking of one sort or another. Yeah, yeah, it all has tracking, and they have that remote shut off too. Now, yeah, it's all ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, Big Brother's found his way into your life. Yeah, it's cheaper just because of the price of the tickets. It is, man. In fact, wow, for the longest time, even going from like New York to almost anywhere in Florida was it went up in price. I think it was like 129, 139. That's what it would cost, for a one way ticket for a while, like $129 or something. And but it cost me like $600+ in groceries to ride a bicycle from New York to Florida. Like I could have bought a plane ticket for a quarter of the cost, but where would the adventure be, right? Yeah, I take Scamtrack now. It's cheaper than a flight. It's wild. Yeah, and not only is it cheaper, but TSA has gotten out of control, right? Yeah, that whole yeah, buckle down on whatever. Yeah, good job, guys. They failed miserably. But yeah, like TSA is a joke. It's just a nonstop moranathon. They'll harass everyday people, but meanwhile they let the bad guys through all the time. But that's yeah, that just make it make sense, right? My FedEx driver is a drug dealer and he doesn't even know it. Yeah, I think yeah, they're delivering a lot of stuff and they don't know it. I think yeah, you're definitely right on that, man. Um yeah, I'm not taking my shoes off. They've never caught a terrorist, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've never caught one. Um yeah, but yeah, make it make sense. Nothing makes anything they can do to government overreach is a trend. Yeah, they just want more and more power, more control over everybody. Yeah, anybody that's been in the intel world will tell you that we are worse off than we were during 9/11. Yeah. Never remove your tracking, folks, ever. Gosh, no. God, don't do it. Yeah, the little, I mean, so yeah, they're tracking everything with your smartphone just about anyhow. Um, I don't take my smartphone with me. they, they're like, oh, poor dude only leaves that room twice a week or something. But yeah, if I go out for a walk or something, I don't bring my phone with me. Yeah, when I used to go out cycling, I never brought my phone with me. Work would call and be like, "Why didn't you answer your phone?" It's like, "Oh, I didn't have it. I was out cycling." Um, and then they would get weirded out. I'm like, "Well, man, I'm not on the clock, so I don't care. Don't call me." Yeah, yeah, more power. Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me, and we will eat the bugs. I'm out of the 250 shit they got planned. Gonna be a clusterfuck around here. Yeah, I've never had issues with Chevy. They've been good to me, but being a mechanic, yeah, yeah, Justin, being a mechanic is a huge that's a huge game changer. I for one, I'm not into mechanic stuff. I'm not into car stuff. Never have been. So yeah, owning a car, you just find yourself a good mechanic. Um, Faraday bags for a vehicle are a bitch. Yeah, good point, Ground Fog. Hey, maybe that's something you could start producing. The Mossad and our intelligence are too close now. Oh, I agree with you, Bando. Yeah, our greatest ally isn't our greatest ally. That's a bunch of poop soup. Zoe the cat, hello, hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Another fine Friday evening. As always, glad to see you here. Glad to see all you guys here, guys and gals. I get in trouble for that one too, but yeah, it's mostly Mrs. Bushcraft. Like, it's not just the guys hanging out; the girls come too. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, welcome, ladies, as well. Um, yeah, they're only our ally because they have the real Epstein files. Yeah, that and it's yeah, talk about a fake poop soup country, right? Like, oh, for the last 10 years we've given them like what is it, $38 billion a year? The prior 10 years to that we gave them $36 billion a year. And now for 20 years they want at least $40 billion a year. That's what you call a welfare state. Kind of like the welfare queens we have here in the United States. They don't actually do anything, they don't contribute anything, they just leech off the system. Well, that would be the land of the tiny hat people. They're not a real country, in my opinion. They're definitely not a real country. They're a welfare state. And I guarantee you, if the United States were to cut them off 100%, they would not be on the map in 6 months. Uh, you know, oh yeah, they tend to upset a lot of people. And I'm talking about the Zionist freak control freaks. The Bibi Netanyahu. That guy's a freaking tool. Well, you can't say anything because that would be anti-Semitic. Yeah, no, it's not. It isn't. I don't buy into that word either. Just like Islamophobic or racist or bigot or homophobe or transphobe or any of the phobias out there. Yeah, it's just that's one giant psyop to get like to control your speech because who wants to be recognized in society as like a bad negative like racist type bigot type you guys know what I'm saying, so that's how they shut down the conversation. And I discovered this firsthand back with when Obama was the the commander in chief. I don't know, maybe it was Obama, Big Mike, whoever. But during that time frame, when they were talking about this Obamacare stuff, it just didn't sound good. It didn't sound like something that America would benefit from. And I looked at it from a political perspective of, well, I don't see it being beneficial to like your average American. And people immediately, well, like, what's your problem? What are you, a racist? And I'm like, hold on, what makes me a racist? Because I disagreed with a policy on our medical health services. What makes, and that's when you realize they just say that shit to shut you up. Nothing I said was racist, not even remotely. I just, being from New Hampshire, we don't have vehicle insurance, and so you can get vehicle insurance really inexpensive because it's not required by the state. But when you go someplace like Massachusetts or Taxachusetts or New York or something where they require it, you'll find that the rates are 4 to 6 times higher because it's required for you to drive your car. So I just saw the same thing happening with the Obamacare thing. Oh, so you're going to make it mandatory. People are going to get fined without it. So they're just going to jack up the rates. And look where we are now. But during the conversation, it was, yeah, there's a new study out there that says Islamophobia is probably because they keep killing. Yeah, Bando, exactly. Yeah, but phobia in the sense, like arachnophobia, it's an unrational fear of something. Like there's really no reason to be afraid of it. You just are. And that's where, like I said, like arachnophobia. And they're trying to do the same thing with Islamophobia. But yeah, I mean, look at what they did over Bondi Beach in Australia. You can go on and on about, the little cousin Marion creeps from the Middle East. Actually, I hear they're quite into goats too. And I guess that's literally. Um, they'll beat no pigs, but goats. Hey, baby, how you doing? Go figure, right? Make it make sense. Wow. um, but y'all know what I'm saying. Yes, and that's just how it's like weaponized empathy. Um, The Islamists are trying British SF for war crimes in Iraq and Afghan. Yeah, I think that's the mistake we made is we didn't. We got to get in the habit of if we're gonna go to war, war means turning that shithole into a parking lot. Yeah, fight wars to win, not to like do some long ass line dance with them or something. Um, uh, parking lots, parking lot that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, parking lot that bitch. Pave it over, man. Yeah, stop tiptoeing around dilly dally and everything. Go in there, fire and fire for effect. Yeah, use every possible thing in the U.S. arsenal. Um, make it fast, make it decisive, and make sure we're on top. But that's the whole thing. Like that's why I don't trust politicians. They're too busy. They don't care about us. They don't care about the ground people. They don't care about anybody other than their own like little conquests and stuff like that, and lining the pockets of Lockheed Sanders and Raytheon and stuff like that. Hey, some of that crap's right here in New Hampshire. Um, oh, what did I do? I don't know. You retracted your message. I didn't do anything. Um, FRTs. Um, no, Michael. Yeah, elaborate a little bit if you don't mind. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, put them under the lot. Like that's the whole thing. That some of the rules of engagement and things like that, they're just it doesn't make any sense. You're going into a fight. One side has all these rules, the other side has no rules. Yeah, it's yeah. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a civilian. I don't have to follow no Geneva Convention. Yeah, well, there's there. I don't know. I think there's too many rules for war nowadays. I think if you're gonna go in and fight a war, fight a war. And if one side's gonna play with no rules, then both sides should play with no rules, and we'd be far more effective. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. But I guess on the opposite end, if you don't have the rules, then you're not entitled. There's been some guys, some mercenary guys, or contractors as they call them now, because mercenaries became too brutal. I don't know, watering everything down as usual. But that were captured in Russia, and that's the whole thing. They don't get the same privileges that you normally get. Rules of war. So that's a downside to it. You're not a you're not yeah. What is it? You're not yeah. You're like being a mercenary. You're a non-combatant or something. But I forget how it works out. But yeah, Russia doesn't like it, man. They'll put you at the end of a string. Yeah, that's where I saw it. Some mercenaries got caught, and they're not protected under the Geneva Convention or anything because they're non-combat. Well, they're considered non-combatants or something like that. But yeah, so you're basically like some type of war criminal or whatever. Asymmetrical warfare or the G word, whatever. Yeah, yeah. I'm tracking with you, Ground Fog. I know what you're saying. So what could possibly go wrong with all of that crap? Yeah, but the Ruskies are still using Maxims. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to think about what's going on over there. Like it's who's at fault? Russia, Ukraine, um, the United States. I mean, it's kind of a mess. Like you can't. I don't know. It depends on who you listen to, what their reasons are. I know that there was a whole bunch of like what's a like gain of function labs and stuff like that that weren't supposed to be in Ukraine that were. And I guess that was a major contributing factor. So you kind of can't blame them too. But it just seems like it's another way for them to launder money. All the Ukrainians that have got caught with like millions and millions of US dollars in cash, and they're all laundering it for little nose candy Zelensky there. Michigan Gun Dog Outdoors, good to see you. How's it going? Oh, second one from the left. From the left to the right. This one, the skeletonized, the tier one mini. Yeah, BlackRock stepped to the table in Ukraine. Debts are due. Oh, we're all having a good time. We're gonna bust out the pigs in a blanket pretty soon. Yeah, that's what I should have done for Christmas, right? Some pigs in a blanket, some bacon wrapped hot dogs. In fact, I think I'm getting a little vindictive in my old age. There's all this stuff with Islam wanting to ruin Christmas for everybody because to them it's an abomination and Jesus Christ is bad and whatever. Only PDF files like Muhammad can be celebrated. Go figure. But anyhow, it's not really too much you can do. But I can be a petty, vindictive, spiteful little bastard. And they're making such a big stink about Christmas. For Ramadan, I'm having a pig roast. Yeah, it's gonna be what I think Ramadan is 30 days. 30 days of Ramadan, 30 days of pork. And I'm gonna start wiping my ass with the Quran. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking lately. Call for a prayer in my town, and I'll go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we're not allowed to. You can't do any Christian thing. You can't say the Pledge of Allegiance because some stupid people find it offensive because it mentions God, one nation under God, and things like that. But yet they can sit there and blast their Durka Muhammad Jihad, anti-Infada crap throughout the entire public. To me, that's just noise pollution. That's no different than a dipshit who's got more money into the speakers than he does his car. And when he drives by, you can hear him coming 2 blocks away, and it's like, dude, you can't hear anything, can you? But that's like that noise pollution type stuff. Like public ordinance violation of some type. But because they're doing their hottie, we love sand and sand is great and all that stuff. Yeah, man, I'm just sick of that shit. Like the hypocrisies, the double standards are just blatant. If you don't notice it, you don't even have to be paying attention to notice it. Um, I got a goose for Xmas. Oh yeah. Hey, you can even say the Pledge of Allegiance over loudspeakers for the whole town to hear, but you can do a yeah, Ben. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Three Nice Gun Dog. I got skunked twice this year. Yeah, there's that mean fool. Brandon Scott. Good to see you. Yeah, goose is awesome. I wished I saved one. I turned my geese to jerk. Oh man, I got to get on a jerky kick. I want to make jerky. I haven't done that in years. Sometimes skydivers get bored and they come up with stupid things to do. And man, we were probably about 50 or 60 staff members at Skydive City in Zephyr Hills, Florida. And we spent the entire winter. Like you think you would, like you work in skydiving, you live in skydiving. It's a good time, don't get me wrong. But you think that would monopolize your time in the conversation. But for some reason, I don't know what was in the water, but we totally geeked out over beef jerky. And people just started like buying dehydrators and making beef jerky and trying to do it in their oven, get the temperature down, doing sun-dried, sun-cured jerky. And man, yeah, there's nothing like Man, homemade beef jerky is like anything else homemade. It's 1,000 times better than that crap you buy in the store, and you know what's going into it. Like we're not putting some chemicals in there just to maintain the color. No, it's okay if it comes out a little poopy brown. Homemade beef jerky is the bomb diggity. Yeah, some homemade beef jerky with some homemade soft pretzels, and yeah, now we're talking, kid. Man, I always make mine over a fire the old way. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 200 degrees, 2 to 4 hours. Um, yeah, and it's such a great thing to make. It's just it's fun. It's awesome, and yeah, if you're out there on the trail, it's like why do people buy trail mix? They're paying like 10 times the amount. Just buy the stuff, mix it up, and go hiking. That's what we used to do. And then yeah, somebody said, hey, if we pre-mix this stuff, instead of it being $1.99 a pound, it'll be like $10 a pound. Good thinking. Yeah, I could go for some beef jerky, some venison jerky. Yeah, we'll have to do some of that for sure this summer. I'm gonna get into some mixing my own little MRE meals together or something. Have my own subsistence out there, along with some quality store bought crap. But in the Navy, we used to wow. Yeah, that sounds like the Navy for sure. You sound like the kind of dude though. Like if you're that into it, man, you're probably into powdered soap too. I know. It's better than soap. Like they switched the soap on the rope, and nobody was dropping it anymore. But they switched to powdered soap, and the Navy loves it. It takes forever to pick that stuff up. Yeah, dude, kind of random, but hey, roll with it. But it's okay, man. It's 2025. You can rock your yeah, appetite control force. Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't join the Navy. I can still hear my farts. Dad always hated the Navy. He was Army. He said the Navy was hot showers and salt and pepper on the tables. Yeah, that's yeah, man. I've got some family member. Man, I've got family members that were in every branch. Like we've got Army people, we've got Navy people, we've got Army people, we've got Air Force people. Um, I don't know. I think it was like 91 or 92. I had a cousin that talked about going into the Coast Guard, but we have never talked to him again. So I don't know if he did or not. I'm assuming he did. We never talked to him again. But yeah, the sibling rivalry between branches is never ending. It's kind of a hobby. Um, those FOBOS knives, that's tier 1C. That and 3V or Magna Cut. No, this is a tier 1 BC and Magna Cut. Um, this is a tier 1C. Um, it's about an inch and an eighth or so longer than a tier 1 BC. It is the tier 1C is CPM 3V versus the tier 1 BC is Magna Cut. It has the larger combat scale grip on it. It's got some more heft to it, much better for like doing some light chopping and things like that. There is some differences to it though, as you can see. The tier 1 BC, man, shit, you think I'd be better at this by now. I still kind of suck. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah, the tier 1 BC has the I mean, get the thing here, for the fire, for making the spark thing, the twisty thing, the bow drill divot, right? I knew it would come to me eventually if I just talk some crap. Yes, the tier 1 BC has the bow drill divot. They both have the ferrocium rod notch, which is equally as effective on both of them. Um, what's long and hard and full of semen? Oh, just for kicks, what's happening, man? It's been a minute. um, I don't know, ground fog. What's man? I know there's a punchline to that. I know there is. It's got to be Oh yeah, yeah, Leon. Man, and this one here, this tier one C. Um, this is this is a special tier one C. This one was handmade by Eric Hansen for me. Yeah, I'm wondering what's on the blade there. Just a little extra wax. Yeah, this one's got a convex grind on it and everything. Yeah, man, it's two totally different knives, really. Oh yeah, submarine. Man, I was gonna say that it's the obvious answer, but I'm like, no, there's got to be a catch 22 to this. I'm sure of it. Um, Leon, the tier one BC, yes, you can buy these are still on the market, readily available. I haven't seen a tier one C available in quite some time. A few months ago, Eric Hansen was talking about coming out with a Gen 3 of the tier 1C. Here, we'll put them down side by side here so you can see. Oh, it's so beautiful. I know, right? There's not too many things, not too many knives actually catch my fancy the way that Phobos Knives does. Actually, I think they're about the only one that really does that. In fact, I do plan to get other Phobos knives. Like, I've looked. I've been to Canada. BC is not tier one. That's funny just for kicks. Yeah. Oh, they do have some outstanding mountain biking there. Mountain biking, yes, and some outdoor activities. But yeah, I've heard both ways. I don't know, man. The government up there, they're trashing the whole country. Who is no? It's not Starmer. He's that British turd. Um, yeah, and Turdo, he's out of Canada. Yeah. Anyhow, the new knucklehead up there running the show in Canada, yeah, he's just what an absolute tool. Like the stuff that they're doing to the Canadian people, like just a shame. And of course, they want to take their firearms away because you might say no to the government and be able to do something about it. Um, but yeah, Leon, as far as the tier one C goes, you should be able to get those. I shouldn't say should. They come up on like the secondary market from time to time. I don't think there's anything new in the box, like sitting at a dealer. I've looked quite a bit. Um, but yeah, I know you can still get some tier one BCs. Those are still available quite a few places. But yeah, the tier one C hasn't been in production in a while. In fact, that's how I ended up getting this one because I was really out to like I wanted to buy that knife, and yeah, I ended up talking shop with Eric Hansen on the phone, and he made me one, which is cool. I've got like one of the very few like knives on the civilian market that he handmade. Bible verses and phrases might become hate speech. They're fallen. Yeah, yeah, and that's the whole thing, man. Anything that comes out of the Bible is hate speech. But for some reason, the Quran and what's that other one? The other people that don't like to eat pork, you know, they call us goyim. Yeah, those people. Yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want, but for some reason, there's this war against Christianity. But hey, man, that's why I'm convinced that all religion is evil. More wars have been fought, more lives have been given over religion than anything else in history. It usually boils down to religion, so religious fanaticism. Yeah, the Talmud. No, no, it's the they wear the tiny hats. What the hell's their little book of bunk called? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm calling for the Crusades 2.0. I'm in favor of that. Where do I sign up? Somebody's got to start that club. It'll be the Templar Knights 2.0. We're we're tired of your crap. But hey, it is what it is. Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah, the Talmud. Talmud. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but who cares? We'll just we won't call it a mispronunciation. We'll call it a speech impediment. Oh man, I wasn't trying to say Talmud or the man. Yeah, I don't know. The Quran thing's a bunch of bunk too. Yeah, that's it. The Torah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, basically, I don't know, man. That's another one. Both of them, like if you're not a part of their religion, you're considered subhuman, and it's okay for them to lie to you. It's not against their religion. It's accepted. So if you're talking to a Muslim, they can lie their ass off to you, and there's no like guilty conscience over it because we're subhuman. And the same goes for the other people we're not allowed to talk about. The Torah is a Bora. Yeah, exactly. Um, like I understand that like some religions, they got a solid base and it's there to promote like positive moral and ethic values in people, but man, the second you get to fanaticism and craziness, then yeah, it's a whole bunch of batshit crazy people doing crazy stuff. They all started off as cults. They just gained popularity and became mainstream religion. If you notice that, like a religion that's not socially acceptable it's definitely a cult. But once it's become socially acceptable, then it's a viable religion, and all the bullshit that they sling is true. Just doesn't make sense. But I don't know. I just if your religion, the main prophet, the main character, whatever, married a 6-year old and consummated the marriage when they were 9, then you're just a shitbag religion, in my opinion. And I'm never gonna respect anything you say. I'm not gonna listen to what you have to say. I don't care because they're just not quite right. And that's why not all cultures are compatible. No need to sugarcoat it. No need to play nice. Just some cultures are not compatible. Um, Wanted to get that lamp for my pops. You should, man. It was a surprise for me, and I'll tell you, it's been an awesome gift. It really has. Aside from, I don't know, if it were just in my house, I would probably put it in the front window, to be honest. Which I'll probably I want to get the bigger one and do that next year. I'll post a picture on the interwebs, along with what I had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I guess that's part of the trend too, which I'll never understand. But here's what I had for breakfast, lunch. Maybe if you made something, I don't know. But anyhow, I digress. I'm not exactly one with the interwebs yet. Out of like a point one out of 10, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. They can also drink into other things there that are haram if it is endorsed as part of the religious war. Yeah. Um, and that's the hypocrisy and the forced acceptance, and as well as now they're trying to like go with forced compliance. Like they're going around to some of these stores, you can't sell gambling, scratch tickets, lottery tickets. They don't want you selling that because that's haram. You can't sell liquor, alcohol, booze, beer, anything like that because that's haram. You can't sell pork products because that's haram. They don't want dogs around because they, for some reason, find them offensive. There's something wrong with those. I bet there are a bunch of cat lovers, though. I bet they are. I bet they love the cats, hate the dogs, and you can tell that something's wrong with a person when they have that mentality. Like even Mrs. Bushcraft, she loves that cat, but she's not mentally ill. She likes dogs as well. We just don't have a dog because I'm not winning that battle. But I bet you. um, um, yeah, guys, hey, smash the like button and subscribe. It's the best way to show your support. Yeah, and it is free, and it definitely helps for all the negative things that we talk about here. I don't talk about anything negative. We talk about the positive things and what we think and how we feel. It's like a First Amendment constitutional right type thing for us to voice our opinion. But I know for a fact the algorithm don't like when we start talking about all the crazy corrupt stuff that's going on. But somebody's got to do it, and to some degree, like as much like I totally set out to be Mr. Outdoor Adventure bushcraft guy, and I've spent my whole life cycling and rock climbing and ice climbing and yeah, bike touring and skydiving and base jumping and man, I play a pretty badass game of checkers too. And that's really predominantly what I want the channel to be about. But with everything going on in the world, it's crazy. It's had an adverse effect on how I'm able to do those things. Like the explosion of the homeless population in the like central New Hampshire area is just wow, it's mind-boggling. Um, yeah, it's the untrained dogs that I can't stand. Well, yeah, and it's not the dog's fault; it's the owner's fault. Best knife here, I think overall, all around, is the tier one BC. This would be yeah, if you had to do that one and done thing, yeah, it would most definitely be the Phobos tier one BC. Eric absolutely knocked it out of the park with this. It's like it's got enough weight so it's functional, but it's not heavy. It's it's in that 5 to 6 inch range. What is that? 4 to 6 inches? What they say for your survival bushcraft knife? I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. Too much marketing for my liking. But yeah, it's they say 4 to 6 inch blade, 4 to 6 inch cutting edge, smack dab in the middle, like 5 inches. Um, yeah, everything about it is a great knife. Yeah, so with this being like it's a once you get it in your hand, guys. The only thing I would do differently, and it's only because I learned later, is I would get carbon fiber scales, man. The carbon fiber scales, I love that shit now. Um, man, I was kind of anti carbon fiber for a while because of cycling, and I would destroy like a good carbon fiber, like a $3,000 carbon fiber mountain biking frame. I couldn't get 2 years out of it, but an aluminum one at like a fraction of the cost, I would get years and years out of. So, but yeah, here's the beauty here. Here's a one of a kind. This might be one of my favorites. Man, yeah, I can't go down that road. See, somebody mentioned what's your favorite knife, and I'm like, oh shit. I got a lot of favorite knives. I don't have a lot of knives, but I have a lot of favorite knives. Yeah, this is the Calcula in PVD coating. But we got the same red G10 liners, but with carbon fiber scales. And I know what you're thinking, man, is what makes this one so damn special. This was actually Eric Hansen's EDC knife. And he sent this to me as a gift. He gifted this to me. Yeah, man, this is a very, very special knife. Like whoever your favorite knife maker is, like Spyderco or Benchmade or Spartan Blades or what a Cold Steel, go down the list. This would be like like you love Leatherman and the creator of Leatherman. It was like, here, man, have my Leatherman that's in my pocket. Like so, this is I guess a rare knife makes it one of my favorites, and it just there are many like it, but this one can't be duplicated, and it has like an awesome story behind it. I love gear with a story. That man, that's the best way to go. Like a lot of my knives have a story, which is great. It kind of like keeps me going with it. Like this calcula here we were looking at earlier. This was a 2024 Christmas gift. So the gift that keeps on giving, pretty much a year later, and I'm still sporting it. But yeah, this was gifted to me by Mrs. Bushcraft and the kids. They kind of pitched in and they're like, "Hey man, let's get them a really nice knife." And they know how much I love the Phobos knives, and I'd been geeking out on the Calcula for a while. Just hadn't pulled the trigger yet. Yeah, so they got me this like great story to a knife, and then oh yeah. And then this one here, my EDC. Now this is my legit EDC folder, not like the YouTube channels. This is my EDC folder, and then tomorrow it's a different one, and the day after that it's a different one. And but they're carrying like 5 knives a day, so they have 5 best EDC knives. No, this is my one and only EDC folder. This is a Spyderco Sage 5 CF carbon fiber. This is what got me into the carbon fiber scales and stuff. And this was a gift from a guy in the knife community. He's usually a regular here, B&A, and he gifted me this about a year ago, a little over a year ago. So this has been my legit EDC every day for a year. Unless I didn't do anything, then I didn't carry it. But yeah, every Amazon package, every random box, Those little slices in hot dogs, yeah, I did it with this knife sometimes. Um, so yeah, guys, love my knives. I think yeah, it's a quality over quantity thing. I would rather have a few knives that I just absolutely legitimately love, and I just you can argue with me all day long. Oh, there's a better knife. You know, there's a better knife for you, but there's not a better knife for me. And I hope that everybody out there, whatever your brand is, whatever your preference is, in reference to knives, I don't get into that other shit. But whatever it is that wets your whistle, I hope you find that knife, guys, and I hope it finds its way under your Christmas tree, or or maybe you get it shipped slightly after. Doesn't matter, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's kind of like the old thing. You got to love the one you're with, and that goes for. I do have a few extra knives nowadays, um, and for different reasons, like the Tier 1C. Yeah, that's another one. That's a one off. Eric Hansen has only made custom knives for 17 civilians. He's done quite a few for active duty military, different Tier 1 units. Friends of his, like I said, he was a special forces medic in 18 Delta for 22 years on active duty. So no doubt he's got a boatload of friends in the military and Tier 1 type guys, and he makes them nice. But as far as the civilian market goes, oh man, that knife is extremely rare. There's no amount of money that I would part with it. Um, it just it I would set the number so high that nobody would realistically want to buy it anyhow, or maybe they would. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I'm not selling it. So yeah, and I just there's so much marketing and so much everything's been so commercialized nowadays. I just really try to stick to what it is I genuinely like before YouTube. So yeah, my affiliation with Phobos Knives um, starts like back 2019 is when I got my Tier 1C, and I also have a Tier 1 Mini Gen 2 with it. That's kind of like a set. It's not, well, it is a set, not kind of. It's good. It's great stuff, man. I love it, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep rocking Phobos knives. I know there's a lot of different brands out there, and that's the whole thing. There's a lot of brands making a lot of great stuff. There's a lot of high quality stuff out there. But yeah, pick what it is you enjoy most, and yeah, save yourself some money. Uh, yeah, rather than investing a ton of money in a knives, I'm diversifying my kit, and we get a lot more into it, way beyond just the knives. Yeah, S&W. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a lot of their knives. I don't think I haven't used one yet, but yeah, they're making great stuff as well. I mean, that's the whole thing. There's so many like high quality knives on the market now. Um, yeah, I mean, geez, it's kind of hard to go wrong. The only thing I do, and it's my personal preference, is I avoid the Chinese imports. I like, man, like we in as a country, as the Western world invested so heavily into fighting communism, and now we're gonna finance like a communist country. Like the Western world is straight up financed China. Like they make all their money from the Western world, and we've given it all to them. They've done it all because, yeah, well, we're buying all their crap. I would much rather, I don't know who's making the knife in China. Don't really care, and I know they don't care about me. They don't care whether I'm happy or not with my knife. They just care that they've got enough, money for fish heads and rice or whatever the hell it is they're doing, or their COVID bat soup, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I know when I buy an American knife, the American companies, most of them out there are pretty good. There are some ass hats out there. Oh, what was it? The guy with Survive knives there that ripped off everybody. Oh, and then there's the carnivore knife tool guy that ripped off a bunch of people. But hey, it is what it is, right? I guess. But yeah, Phobos Knives is legit. The guy's awesome. I love talking to him. Great conversation. Great knives, great quality tools, and it's something I plan to use for many, many years. I think I've only switched out knives every 8 to 10 years or so, and with what I've got going on, I'm all set, man. In fact, hell, I just turned 51. I guarantee you these knives are going to last me the rest of my life, and will most likely be passed down to somebody else. I do plan to get a couple more Phobos knives because, dare I say it, I have gotten into a little bit of collecting with them. So yeah, my future with knives is going to be straight up Phobos knives. Probably 90% of my knives, 95%. But yeah, yeah. So what do you like? What's your favorite brand like knives out there? I know some people don't care. They're just like, hey man, as long as I got my trusty sidearm here, knife is just it's just a knife, and that's cool too. Everybody has their own little thing. TF, yeah, made in China. Oh, is that what your knife says there, TF? I know that kind of hurts a little bit when you. Oh, I wonder who makes my knife, and you go to check it, and it's like just says made in China. I know that's rough, man. I can see how that's disappointing. But yeah, yeah. So wow, we're cruising right through tonight's live, huh? Yeah. So anybody got anything planned for this? Hey, besides the outdoor stuff, any Christmas parties? Who's got what going on for Christmas parties? I was thinking about doing a live for Christmas Day. Maybe not everybody has family close by or whatever. Maybe set up a live for a few hours. Just hey man, maybe somebody needs to just talk to somebody because yeah, spending the holidays on your own can suck. I'm sure there's a few people in here. I know Bando Pix was mentioning it last night. Like, yeah, if you've ever spent Christmas on deployment or, Christmas in a hangar, Christmas on guard duty, like it makes you appreciate the company more than the gifts and stuff. So, did we lose the chat? Um, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, so I do need to I'm coming up close, 12,000 views away from 1 million total. We're at 988, well, actually, technically, 987,975 views. So I need 12,025 views to hit 1 million views total, which is just absolutely awesome. I'm stoked about it. Can't wait to get there. One of those things, but yeah, I guess, yeah, he didn't follow up on that TF7. Kind of, I don't get the screen name. Kind of could be a bot, could be a troll. I don't know. Just came in and said made in China. Um, yeah, made in China because it was the Chinese AIDS that ruined everything. So yeah, anybody still in the chat? Say aye. Chat rate is at an all time low of 0. So yeah, if the chat's over, we might scrap this one early. Might do another live tomorrow. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. Chaos Theory is still here, right on. Yeah, Chaos is always here. Gotta appreciate that dude. And not only is he here for the lives, he's here well after. Chaos and I have become quite good friends. He's a really good dude. If anybody out there gets a chance to talk to him, yeah, that's Chaos Theory there. Lot of good people in this live chat. Yeah, it keeps me coming back doing it, and yeah, can't wait to do. Yeah, Ground Fog his ears on. Justin Ronan, right on, man. Yeah, maybe. I might take my hand at trying to create some memes or something. That could be fun. There's plenty of them out there, but I don't know, man. I guess some of the bushcraft stuff is too easy. I think to really be successful on YouTube as a bushcraft channel, you got to be like, uh 20-year-old chick with a bikini on and doing some fake stuff. Yeah, yeah, see mine's weird. Mine, I don't know. I think it's yeah, mine only shows 11. So, I don't know. I'm going to try messing around with some more different times. Probably, yeah. I want to start doing like a members only on Saturday, but I think you need like 8 or 9 members, and I always end up with like four. So I've got to do more of that stuff. I wish I could get a new knife. Trump tanked the economy. Yeah, Richard, I don't think it was just Trump. It's been ongoing, my man. Um, he definitely, yeah, that BS with the tariffs and stuff. I mean, geez, I don't know. They've been tanking the economy for years. I wouldn't just say it was Trump. I mean, Biden printed all that money. Biden was giving everybody money, and look at all the money they passed out. I mean, the billions of dollars that just went to Minnesota for, and then that money went to go back to Somalia to support Al Shabaab, or whatever terrorist group they're supporting. Yeah, it's Al Shabaab, whatever. Um, yeah, so I don't think it was just Trump. I don't think it was just Biden. I don't think it was just Trump. I don't think it was just Obama. I mean, they've been working on trashing the economy for decades, but the last 5 or 6 years or so, yeah, they've done us in. And yeah, that whole, oh, we're not going to pay the tariffs. Well, that's the whole thing. It was either, the country used to make its money off of tariffs, and then that whole thing got thrown out of whack. So it was going to be like, we're going to bring back tariffs, but we're going to get rid of income tax. Well, we're paying both now, you ass. So, yeah, get rid of that. Like, follow up with the second half. Okay, we're all getting nailed on tariffs, but if you got rid of the federal income tax, yeah, we'd call it even Steven, wouldn't we? But that's just not the case. Yeah. So yeah, Trump's a tool. Like, what do you expect? Um, the problem is politicians in this country become politicians for one of two reasons. Number one, to make a ridiculous amount of money, because like look at Ilhan Omar. She went from a net worth of like $65,000, and in 3 years she's worth 30 million. Nancy Pelosi is the best stock market person that to ever exist, because she's playing the market better than Warren Buffett while she's busy telling us what to do. Um, but the problem is when you got people that come in there with a lot of money like Trump. Trump ain't looking to become a millionaire because the dumbass is already a billionaire. He's just power tripping. Hey, look at me. I'm a powerful person. So, but neither one of them, it doesn't matter who you figure it out. Neither one of them are for the American people, which is what their freaking job is. So they're all a bunch of fucking morons because they don't even know what their job is. If we actually had politicians that were for the people, I don't think it would be in the case. But I think it would be unfair to say that Trump tanked the economy because, man, Biden loosened that jar. And they've been doing it for decades. You can go all the way back to the years of Obama and Big Mike and yeah, same crap. And then same thing, Clinton, same stuff. Clinton and Hillary. I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Whatever. It doesn't count. I was only using a cigar. Yeah, they're just kind of making a mockery of the American people. They're all a bunch of freaking tools. Have been for decades. Yeah, all the non-citizens draining the public support systems dry doesn't help. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you got to look at it supply and demand along with that. No doubt it was a contributing factor to the rising in house costs. You bring millions of people in, they need housing, and we're already having a housing shortage. So supply and demand drove the cost through the roof. Yeah, and they're parasites. They're leeches. They come here for freebies. If they're really asylum seekers, then they went through 10 countries to get here that they could have sought asylum in. They didn't come here for that. They came here for economic gain. And it's kind of hard to dodge that question. But it's also difficult to talk about it because you got so many people like, I don't know, man. If you think, I don't know, in my opinion, open borders is stupid. Um, if you don't find that to be harmful to the overall society, there's something wrong with, like, you got to look at the big picture. Yeah, yeah, like, oh, what is it? Massachusetts is in debt like 35 billion, 36 billion, whatever. It's an absurd amount of money, all because of paying for the illegals over the past few years. Like, they're in debt tens of billions of dollars. Like, Boston's tanking. What do they do? Let's tax the working class. We'll increase their property taxes. Yeah, Massachusetts is like right up there with California with taxes. That's why we call it Taxachusetts. Yeah, Taxachusetts full of massholes. Um, yeah, and they come up here. They drive the cost of stuff up here up. Like they'll all come up here. All those big Boston whatever, robbing people through insurance and stuff. They all come up here and buy up all the lake houses. Yeah, lake houses sell for millions of dollars here now, but it doesn't fit the New Hampshire economy. So yeah, it's ass backwards the way they're doing stuff. Quite frankly, it's repulsive. Um, yeah, but and yeah, they're all living out like what is it? 80 plus as high as 88% of Somalians in Minnesota collect welfare, like EBT, Section 8, whatever. 88% of them. I'll call it 80% because 88. I just only 12% of those little bastards work. Yeah, they got no business being here. They're not here to assimilate to society. They don't want to enjoy American culture. They're here for a free ride. They're here for freebies. Yeah, they get their $3,000 a month in EBT card, food stamps. Well, the rest of us are struggling to make 3 grand a month. So yeah, it's not diversity is our strength. What a bunch of ass soup lie that is. Like, could they have? Whose strength? You mean the people that are manipulating, controlling, and destroying? Yeah, yeah, it's their strength. It sure as hell ain't ours. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they've had their hand in everything. Yeah, when it comes to rising house costs, rising grocery costs, they work illegally, so they keep wages down, labor down, because yeah, they're willing to do it. $10 under the table. Yeah, it just doesn't work for the rest of us. It works for the employer. Like what was that plumbing company? Plumbing company in New York. 252 employees, only five of them were legal. And I don't know who it was, but some tool was like, oh, but they pay in billions of dollars of taxes, and they don't collect. No, they don't. Like your average Somalian over their lifetime cost the taxpayers $1 million per Somalian. Like that's just the long term math on it. So they put us in a debt. They contribute nothing. We won't even get into their bunk culture. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So that's just so if the state of Massachusetts is, in the mid 30s of billions of dollars in debt, what about every other state? Didn't that like bankrupt New York City as well? Oh, and then when we had floods, the floods that happened in the Carolinas, we could well they offered them $750 one time payment only if you qualified after you filled out these 87 pages in triplicate, provide 9 copies of your ID, 9 copies of your birth certificate, blah blah blah, and this variable and that variable, which I guess nobody really qualified for it. But meanwhile, we've got $575,000 a day to buy out the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City so that a bunch of illegal fence jumping turds can live for free and complain about the food. So yeah, it make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's it is a bunch of bunk. But hey, what are we gonna? I don't know. What can we do about it? You can talk to the politicians. You can do whatever. Doesn't make a lot of sense at all. But but yeah, I think Yeah, guys, we're coming up on that 2 hour mark, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Anybody up for doing a live tomorrow? Maybe we can get some more stuff out there. Um, yeah, well, I think yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try another mid-afternoon live, but yeah, I'm trying to keep the lives to about 2 hours to try to keep the channel going. Um, who knows, man? Could be an insomniac special any time of the week. Yeah, doing whatever I can. I'm still trying to get up to that 1 million views. So I'm hoping to hit the deadline. So basically, like the 12 days of Christmas, I've got 12 days left of December to get about 12,000 views is what I'm really hoping for. So who knows? Anything's possible. Yeah, if you guys want to fire up a random live or something, shoot me a message and I'll start one up. We can get a conversation going. But I'm going to try to keep them to roughly 2 hours, even if we do it multiple times. But yeah, so thanks to everybody for hanging out. Another Phobos Friday. Definitely appreciate you guys being here. We're going to keep doing this for as long as we can until we get silenced, censored, whatever. But yeah, so we'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon. Be well, guys. Be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Situational awareness is survival. And we'll see you on the next one, guys.